It's a beautiful day in Southern California. In fact, it's the first time we've started to see temperatures above 80 degrees, but I can't go outside and enjoy myself today because I've got so much work, and I'll show you why. It's because all of these letters we get from people in jails and prisons across America. This is the number of people that are working and wanting to work toward preparing for success upon release. Every day we are striving to reach more people and teach them that although they may be confined with difficulty and struggle today, that doesn't stop them from laying out a path that will lead to a better outcome. And it doesn't matter what stage of the journey they're in. Regardless of where somebody is, we could always start planting seeds that will lead to something better. The sad thing is many people don't understand what they can do for obvious reasons. They get traumatized by coming into the system, and they put all of their eggs in the baskets of an attorney instead of thinking about what steps can I take. Well, some of those steps start by thinking and planning about the apples they want to eat in the future. You can't plant a seed for an apple tree today and eat that apple this afternoon. You've got to nurture it, you've got to let it plant, you've got to let it grow, and you got to invest in it every day. And that's what we try to teach people, that regardless of where you are, you need a plan. Then you need to make sure that you put your priorities in place. You make sure that you are working to build your tools, tactics, and resources, and then you start executing your plan every day, making adjustments as necessary, always using your own accountability metrics that will help you make adjustments as necessary, because changes come. Changes come in the law, changes come in policies, changes come in your own life, and we always have to be working. But to the extent we stay focused on the plan, we can always be making forward progress. That's what I learned while going through 26 years in prison, is that you have to have a plan to make it through crisis. And that's what we strive to teach through our courses, Preparing for Success After Prison. It's the reason that we get so many people writing to us saying they want more information, they want to do more, they want to become more. And we want to show them that they can. Regardless of where they are, anybody can start sowing seeds today for a better future. So let's turn and show people how to do that. They've got to measure their progress. That's what today's journal is about. It is about being extraordinary. We have all got to work to become extraordinary if we want to overcome the challenges that come with being a justice-impacted individual. So this is what I would be sharing with people who are receiving this message inside of jails and prisons today. I'm immensely grateful to the members of our team who help us build advocacy campaigns. We do our best to provide income opportunities for formerly incarcerated people. When Cherie connected with us, I felt fortunate. As a law school graduate and former prosecutor, Cherie has the expertise many in our community need. While she oversees communications from people on core links, I can focus on building our new platform. To work toward the goals we want, we always need to have plans. As we teach in our course, Preparing for Success After Prison, we must start by defining success. Then we need to prioritize tasks. Then we can build tools, tactics, and resources to accelerate or support our efforts. We must execute our plans daily. Our new platform, Prison Professor's Talent, is our latest resource to support our advocacy efforts. It allows participants to profile how they prepare for success upon release. The website, which will feature outstanding candidates, gives us a visual to show skeptics. When they argue against the expanded use of incentives, we want to profile people who should be home, working, and not wasting resources in prison. Telling my story doesn't work nearly as well as telling the story of 10,000 people. We must profile people's accomplishments, showing why they are extraordinary and compelling. If we profiled complaints, we would not advance our objective. Success requires us to focus on the objective, advocating for policy and legislative changes that incentivize a pursuit of excellence. No one can change the past. When a federal judge sentences a person, the Bureau of Prisons carries out the judge's orders. Supreme Court decisions have given the BOP discretion. Together, we can show how to improve the outcomes of this system. Rather than threatening excessive punishments, we need changes that incentivize the pursuit of excellence. By profiling 10,000 people working to prepare for success upon release, we build stronger arguments against opposing forces. They want to eliminate incentives. We want to show data highlighting that if a person has a residence, a job, and a solid release plan, that person should be home. If I profile my story alone, opponents say that not everyone can do what I did in prison. If I profile 10 stories, people say we don't have a statistically significant sample. But if we could profile 10,000 stories, we would have a stronger voice. Human stories change minds. Please develop a powerful story. Show the extraordinary and compelling release plan you engineered. Describe how you stayed positive in times of adversity. Detail your progress in your journal by the books you read or in your biography. Describe how your release plan has put you on a pathway of continuous growth. Any person can memorialize the journey by sending an email to interns@prisonprofessorstalent.com. Aaliyah, our Director of Advocacy, will accept all invites. Then she sends prompts that anyone can use to develop the profile. Work toward building your prospects for success, and we will use your story to persuade others of the need for reforms that include federal work release programs, expanded use of furloughs, access to compassionate release and clemency, reinstatement of U.S. parole. Now, to bring positive changes to the system, we need to profile more stories of people who pursue excellence. Let our team of interns know the steps you're taking to reconcile with society. Our Director of Advocacy will find ways to use it. I am writing these daily journals to prompt you to do the same. Now, it's super crucial that anybody that's facing this crisis gets the story, because this is really about you. This is really about what are you going to do to demonstrate that the current external circumstances or whatever's working against you is not going to define your life. Those are lessons that really helped me through struggle, and I continue to use them today. A great defense is a good offense. A good offense is a good defense. And for me, transparency really helps with both. If we can say what's important to us, then we can define success by that. Then we can architect a plan. Then we can launch our priorities. Then we can develop more tools, tactics, and resources to accelerate the plan. That strategy is the same thing that I'm using right now. I am anticipating that there are going to be opposing forces that want to tear down incentives like the First Step Act. And because I anticipate that, I've got to build a new tool. That new tool has got to profile people like you, people that should not perhaps be going into confinement, or people that may be earning a pathway to show that they can be good neighbors, that they can be good citizens, that they can be good people. Because there's a whole I would say cadre or a chorus of people that still believe if a judge sentences a person to prison, that person should never get out. There's still a chorus of people that believe when a sentence is imposed, that person is static and nothing should change. But that's not America. America is really about what are we going to do to make things better. It's not about focusing on the past, it's focusing on the future. It's demonstrating that even in a time of crisis, we can find a way to bring meaning and contribution, and we can live with dignity, and we could recover. To the extent we do that, we become stronger as individuals, and the country becomes stronger because we're not perpetuating this intergenerational cycle of failure. And that's what prisons really do. They don't position people for success. Those are not my words. That's simple statistics. We can see that by the high recidivism rates, which our team at Prison Professors is deeply committed to changing. And we're committed to changing that in a number of ways. We need to build strong coalitions. Those coalitions have to include justice-impacted people. It has to include administrators that work in the prison system. They can help us change the legislative minds. It includes taxpayers who support this massive infrastructure of prisons. And you get all of these things to see a different perspective. That's the way we bring change. That's what I am committed to doing. I can't do it without your help. My name is Michael Santos. I'm the founder of Prison Professors, and I believe in you.